me turn off that. Don't
Okay.
worry. Reading time.
I forgot my book cookies.
Reading time.
Today we're gonna be reading a book and doing silent reading. So yep, I'm gonna start.
I'm gonna read how many?
I'm gonna read one chapter.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna read 4 pages. That's good.
One chapter is 19 pages.
Read what you want to read. I'm gonna read my 4 pages. That's good.
Okay. I'm gonna read 4 pages too.
Hi, everybody. This is what we are reading.
Today I'm on page 10.
This is what we are reading. 22.
Okay, let's start.
Good night. I'm not gonna be reading chats. We're not gonna be watching. Let me just read it. Imagine you're on vacation in a hotel room, relaxing.
My leg.
Huh?
Yeah,
What is with your leg? What happened with your leg?
it just hurts. Mm. I really want to read the comments.
Tempted to read. Hi.
You know, read.
The child looks super cute. Someone said he's super cute.
Thank you. I lost my page.
Zamia, we appreciate you. We appreciate every one of you. Those who are needing peace. Those who are needing love in their hearts. Those who are hating themselves and don't know what to do with their lives. May peace find you and may you find peace. May joy locate your heart and may you not harm yourself. We pray for you that the peace of God will touch your hearts. Okay? What's that name? Ronald Smith. Okay? I pray that your head, your mind, your brain will be normal and you will think right and you will love yourself and not harm yourself. Okay? Because you cannot harm anyone in this world, you can only harm yourself. Whatever you say to yourself. Okay? We love every one of you. We are so happy, we are so fulfilled, and we send you happiness and fulfillment. Janet Flores, hi to you. This one you're reading, it's so nice.
I finished the 4 pages.
4 pages, good for you. I was reading comments from nice people. Thank you so much.
It's so tempting to
Janet Flores. Yeah, it's so tempting to not read.
There's so many comments yesterday that we didn't get to read any.
Yeah. Thank you for all the likes, the beautiful comments. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your beautiful hearts. And for everyone else, we wish you peace and love. We wish you success. We wish you joy in your heart. That your life will be beautiful.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope I got the name right. Jemath Flores 19. Yeah. Jemath Flores 19. When we go live, we find some really nice, cute people, huh? Very nice people there. And there are other people who are really, really sick. They're feeling terrible about their own lives. And they want to displace that on other people. But not here. Go find a garbage site and dump it there. I just hope you don't go harm yourself. Take care of yourself. Take life easy. Oh, you're a little girl, but I still know about people. Oh, that's nice.
I wonder how old she is.
You may be a little girl, but you are a smart girl. You are so intelligent. Because it's not about age, about how the mind works, how you use your brain. You know, we all have the brain organ, but some people don't use their brains correctly. So you are using your brain so well, and you're growing into great success.
You're welcome.
You're a very great woman already. Although you think you're a little girl, there's greatness in you. I can tell already. You are amazing. I wish I could see your face, but I can see your heart, and that's enough. We really appreciate you.
I wonder if someone else is going to comment. Really,
we're going to...
Oh, comment.
That one we cannot read. Looks like it's Arabic. Maybe Spanish, I don't know. I don't think it's French because I can read French.
Okay.
Of course, I can read French.
Heights.
What's love, love, love,
1,
love,
2,
love?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 11. I think there was more of them.
They're really cute people.
Someone else commented business.
Maybe I should read the pages to them.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so this is what we were reading. I'm going to read you a few lines, my friends. Bob Proctor and Lane McTaggart agree that you are the creator of your world. You have created your current circumstances and you can create new possibilities for yourself. I like to think of the connecting soup as a space for creation. It offers us the chance of a new possibility. It is where we can create those new energetic possibilities for ourselves. When we use our energy to think of someone, we create the possibility of seeing them. It is as though our thought has left an imprint in the space which now holds the possibility of it being created. It may take some, it may take more time. No, it may take more than just a thought to create a possibility. After all, if the person lives on the other side of the world, it might take a video link or a plane ticket. But the possibility is there as a result of the thoughts. This space is where you will find the possibility of becoming a money magnet. Are you getting excited yet? Please read the pages. Okay, I'm reading pages 12 of this book. How to Become a Money Magnet. That's what we're reading. If everything is connected energetically and your thoughts hold the power of creation, then you are the main creator of your world. Look around you. Look at your life. Look at how much money you have. What you have in your life is a direct result of your thoughts, whether conscious or subconscious. Money mastery. Understanding that you are the master of your life is the secret to attracting whatever you wish. That's nice.
Oh, wow.
Mastering your thoughts means choosing a direction for your life and keeping your thoughts aligned to that direction. Align your thoughts to attracting more money and you will attract more money. Focus on how little money you have and you will attract even less. Look at your life and how it is right now. It is the result of your thoughts. If your thoughts are focused on a lack of money, that is what you will attract. If you are tempted to blame your misfortune on others or on circumstances such as redundancy, divorce, or illness, think again. You are falling into the often delicious temptation of playing the victim. When we play the victim, yes, but I was made redundant. For example, we surrender our power. It is a tempting role because, as the victim, we avoid all responsibility. We may even gain sympathy from others. Can you remember a time when you've played the poor me card? You can be something wondrously addictive about staying in a poor me situation. I know, I've been there. Normally a very positive person, I remember finding myself plunged into the trap of becoming a victim. To illustrate the seductiveness of poor me behavior, let me share with you my story, telling it first in terms of poor me and then demonstrating how I could have taken responsibility. It started with my decision to invest in a property with an ex-boyfriend. Let's call him Alan, as he was skilled in DIY, do it yourself. I thought that his skills and contracts will mean that we would do we would we could do up the property quickly and fairly cheaply. We bought the house half with my cash and the rest with his mortgage. Although my name had to go on his mortgage for it to be agreed. The house needed redecorating and a new kitchen and bathroom. Alan seemed keen to get started, so I more or less left him to it. A few weeks later, I arrived at the house to find that the whole of the downstairs floor had been dug and was now soil. Alan was nowhere to be seen. He couldn't answer his phone. With no alternative, I contacted the council for advice, hired a skip, and then dug out the soil to the required level. It took nearly 10 skips. That's a lot of digging. Alan reappeared when we were nearly finished. I then left him in charge of concreting the floor. As a builder later commented, the concrete floor looked like a replica of French Alps. Alan disappeared again. At this point, I returned At this point, I turned my back on my business and decided to project manage the rest of the house myself. The trouble was that I was so busy blaming Alan for my circumstances that everything seemed to go wrong. The electrician helped himself to my Dyson vacuum cleaner, the laborer was unreliable, and the costs were escalating with no end in sight. Alan then missed a mortgage payment, and this caused a problem when I wanted to open a new business account. I had no choice but to cover his mortgage payments. With no income coming in, I was rapidly running out of money. Instead of bringing in friends to help me paint the walls or paying someone to do it, the poor me had to do it by myself. With each stroke of paint, I reinforced the feeling of poor me in my mind, and any savings I had just trickled away. Even when Alan and his parents turned up and gave me a hand, I couldn't let go of the poor me attitude, and so, not surprisingly, they weren't too keen to return. Whenever I had the chance, I would share my sorry tale with anyone who would listen. It was not my fault that I was running out of money. Finally, my finances forced me to move into the house, and it was at that point that I realized how important it was to shift my energy into a more positive state. Taking responsibility. It was my decision to invest with someone who I knew could be unreliable and who was a poor communicator. I agreed to put my name on his mortgage, making me liable should he miss his payments. I didn't take full responsibility for the work to be done on the house. Instead, I left it up to Alan. I could have chosen to get in builders much earlier rather than trying to do things on the cheap. If I had spent less energy blaming Alan, I would have had more energy to finish the project within budget. If I have if I could have let go of the anger I was feeling, I would have been able to receive the love and help from him and his parents. It took me a while to realize that I was playing poor me, and in so doing, I was attracting even more reasons to feel sorry for myself. However, there were benefits in playing the poor me. I attracted sympathy and attention from friends. I also It also meant that I was always right, while Alan was always wrong. This gave me a false sense of I'm okay. It meant that I was blameless for what had happened to me, and so logically, I must still be a good person. I also had a good excuse for why my business wasn't doing so well as it could have been. All in all, it was a very seductive package. All the time that I was blaming Alan, I was not taking responsibility for what I had created in my life. I was angry with him for a long time, and this slowed down progress in other areas of my life. We only have to we only have so much energy. If we use it all feeling angry or frustrated or miserable, we have less energy to devote to creating new possibilities. When I finally took responsibility, I bought the house from Alan and then was free to move on to more exciting and lucrative opportunities. Blaming others or life circumstances for your misfortune keeps you where you are or can even help you to sink further. In these credit crunch days, I am amazed at how much energy is being wasted on blaming the banks and the government. If a person decides to borrow more money than he can afford, it is his responsibility. Blaming the banks and the government only creates more of a victim mentality. Now is the time to realize that Okay, that's Jeanette, right? Now is the time to realize that you and you alone are responsible for your life. Learn from my example above and avoid the victim trap. Resolve to take responsibility for what is in your life. Resolve to shift your focus from a sense of lack to a feeling of richness. I love this. If there is anything you don't like in your life, for example, insufficient funds in your bank account, then let's start changing that now. Case study, Joe's redundancy. Once we hit 30 minutes, I'm gonna stop. Joe had a good job selling software solutions to a reputable UK company. For a reputable UK company, she was the top salesperson in her team. So when her firm So when her firm decided to make redundancies and she was one of the few to be made redundant, Joe felt shocked, hurt, and very angry. She took the firm to court for unfair dismissal and reached an out-of-court settlement. Joe then spent the next 2 years at home in her dressing gown, telling anyone who would listen how unfairly she'd been treated. Catching her off guard one day, I asked Jo why she had wanted to leave her job. Oh, she said, I hated going to work. Every morning as I got dressed for work, I'll think to myself, I really don't want to go to this job anymore. Jo's thoughts created her reality. Once she accepted that she was responsible for what happened in her life, Jo stopped playing the victim and went on to find herself a new, well paid job and a beautiful home for herself and her daughter. Unconscious thoughts. Once you acknowledge your creator role in the energetic pool of your life, everything gets so much easier. Of course, one of the challenges is that the bulk of the thoughts are actually made unconsciously. In order to breathe or to digest our food, we have to have our thoughts first to create the action. It's just that in the case of breathing, for example, we are unaware of the thought. It happens unconsciously. More than 80% of our thoughts are unconscious, and so we may be creating unconsciously a reality that we don't consciously like. For example, we want to have lots of money, conscious thoughts, but maybe we don't actually like rich people, unconscious thoughts, because at a young age we learned how a wealthy ruler was mean to his people, and then we concluded that all wealthy people use their power to be mean to the good people who are poor, unconscious thoughts. At some level, we will now protect ourselves from being wealthy and mean, unconscious thoughts, and we may aspire to be poor and good, unconscious thoughts. Conversely, we may create wealth because we think that by becoming rich, no one can be mean to us. Many of us look to wealth for security, and we then create just enough wealth to be secure and have our basic needs met. To have more and to be rich are considered by our unconscious unconscious to be bad. Clearly, the secret is to change your thoughts, conscious and unconscious, in order to create a new possibility for the amount of money in your life. We will look at the proven ways of doing this in part 2, attracting what we don't want. Jennifer called me, bemoaning the fact that she was still single at 36. I really want a boyfriend, Mary Claire. How come I never seem to meet anyone when all my friends are getting married? I asked Jennifer to write out 2 lists for me. One list was of all the benefits of being in a relationship, and the other was a list of the benefits of being single. Needless to say, in Jennifer's case, the benefits of being single outweighed those of being married. Quick check. Are you a victim of circumstances or a master of your money? Did something happen to you to create your current financial circumstances? Are you wasting your energy on blaming someone else? Can you let go of the blame and take full responsibility for yourself? Is it down to you that you don't have a job, the car of your dreams, or enough money in your bank account? Can you be okay with that? Can you be loving and forgiving of the person who created your current circumstances? Are you ready to take full responsibility for what is in your life? Are you ready to take full responsibility for the amount of money you are currently attracting? The money is already there. Oh, I love this. The money is already there. The only thing preventing you from being rich is you. Wow, I love this. This is ownership. Okay, so I just finished chapter 1 and I am going to sleep. I appreciate you for hanging out with me tonight. We shall continue tomorrow. This is the book I'm reading. Okay, until next time, good night. Bye.